I'm Darren Scott, I'm the director.
I'm Imogen Archer, I play Rebecca.
I'm Geoff Saunders and I wrote the script. The film's called Out of Here, and it's the 5 minutes of a woman's life where she realises she can take control of her awful relationship and end it and release herself into a better life.
But if you say just one word, anything, I'm out of here.
There was lots of interesting things that was happening cinematically in the film. For example, the soft focus Christmas tree in the background, the candle that was in the foreground. Perhaps you guys would like to talk us through some of the unique cinematography in that film.
Okay, our background is theatre, and what we were trying to do was put the performance and the writing to the forefront in a film, where traditionally the cinematography is usually one of the standout elements of it. So I had to try and find a way in which I could make the performance, the words, jump out. And one of the ways we thought we would do this is to literally have one take and one shot. And to the end, I still thought this would be boring for people to watch in a cinema or on screen. So how could I make the cinematography be invisible to allow the performance and the writing to come through, but at the same time be interesting enough to watch? And so what we did is we took one shot with the foreground out of focus, the background out of focus, and then we used effectively a very, very slow Ken Burns effect. So we started in we digitally zoomed in the edit, and then just slowly pan out over 5 minutes, almost to the point that you don't really recognize it until it's there. And so that way we could try and achieve what we wanted to. You're still focusing on the actor and what she's saying all the time, but the image is changing very, very slowly in front of your eyes. So, and it also means that when we get the final shot, it's not so much of a jump as well. That was the idea anyway. So yeah, everything was always in soft focus in front and behind. The actress was the only person in focus.
Thank you. On the subject of the actress, the performance was very intense. Would you like to give us some details about how you channeled what appeared to be some very, very genuine and very, very emotional moments there?
I think it is, because any part of my acting background, anything I do in any performance, I always refer back to any time period in my life that I've been affected by in a relationship. But I like to use real life experience so I can bring out that naturalism. I don't think anyone has had 100% happy relationship. I don't think anyone has had that perfectness. There's always been ups and downs and those hard times, and unfortunately there are people out there who have been emotionally abused and been in harsh relationships and to more of extreme extent, and that's how I draw on this experience. I haven't been emotionally abused, thank God, but I have been downtrodden on, I have been upset and wanting out of that relationship where you need to be with yourself, you need to find out who you are. And this is where Rebecca needs to be. She's come to a point where she can't take it anymore. She's been downtrodden so much. This is basically the straw that's broken the camel's back. And for her to approach this person, she needs to practice it, she needs to rehearse it more, she needs to get strong within herself before she can approach the subject. So yes, so I have to draw back on things that I've had in my personal past. And I think that helps me as an actor progress as well.
Okay. Lots of honesty.
Yeah, honesty. It takes honesty, I think. I think there are actors out there who are very, very talented who can just be that thing, and they don't really need to rehearse it, they don't need to practice it. For me, I like the methodness of it, so you can get more in depth into a character.
Okay, thank you guys. And just wanted to ask if there was any particular inspirations that led you to want to make the film, whether there was any, be it plays, scripts, films, perhaps TV productions that you'd seen that was directly influential?
In a way, the inspiration for this came from the other end than usual. This was very much written to foreground the actress. It was written to show a whole range of emotions in 5 minutes in order that the skills of the actress are really shown off. So the writing, I think, is in the background. The most important thing is the springboard it gives for the actress to show those emotions and that range of emotions within the speech. I failed on the last word. Never mind.
The reason why this wasn't originally planned to be a film. Geoff wrote it, as you just said, as a monologue for an audition piece. It's just when I wrote it, I just thought it's just right for making a film. What I liked about it is that you were thrown immediately in the middle of a story, not the beginning or towards the end, but right in the middle of a story. It was so economically written. There was a backstory, there was a current story, there was an in, there was an out, and then there was a twist. I just thought it just needed to be made into a film. I know that's not what Geoff's intention was, but
no, but I think you saw in it that it had that. It could be developed very easily into a whole short. From the original.
Yeah, it had all these great elements from a writing point of view. And a director, I always look at the writing. It's so important to me. But it also had so much space for an actor to, as you say, find something really deep and bring it in. It had time to develop. And all of this is condensed into 5 minutes as well. It's trying to compete in so many different ways, but at no point does it feel rushed. At no point does it feel as if any of the elements of fighting, the words aren't overpowering or blocking the actor. The actor's got so much time to develop and find the journey. And from a director, obviously, I decided to just keep everything as simple as possible, to allow all those elements to sort of just settle in a really relaxed way. But it's incredibly intense at the same time. I'd like to say that that's how it was planned. It's how we devised it. How it ended up was a lot of skills and elements all just hitting that perfect moment. I always do 2 takes. Always, even if I've got the perfect take, I always do a second take for safety. This is the one and only time I haven't. We did it in 1 take, and we only did 1 take because it was just, to me, felt perfect.
No rehearsal, just went and filmed.
Just went in and filmed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the whole film was made in 4 hours from start to finish. So, yeah.
It's quick as you ever done.
Quickest film.
Quickest film ever made.
Yeah.